In math, perimeter is, Mitch?
The space around an object.
Or the distance around an object. The distance around. Now, if you're talking about just a simple rectangle, mathematically speaking, when you have the length and the width, what would be the formula that we would use for that? You could write it like this, but math people do things a little special there. The perimeter of this shape is L plus W plus W, right? Length plus width, that'll give you the distance around. But a lot of times we try to make it as simple and as short as possible. Another way to write that perimeter formula, just so if you see it, Brianna Massey, is perimeter equals, no, that'd be length times length. You're close. Put the 2 on the other side of it, it is, here I'll show you. Instead of L squared, take the 2 and put it here. It is, 2L. It's 2 times whatever the length is plus 2 W's. Now that's only for rectangles, by the way. That doesn't work for everything. But if you see it, you can use it for rectangles. So if by some chance the length and the width of the rectangle were, let's say this was 10 and this was 5, plugging it into this formula, it would be perimeter equals 2 times the length, which is 10, plus 2 times so you end up perimeter equals 20 plus 10, and the perimeter is 30. And is that in square units or cubic units, Aubrey?
Square units.
Square units or cubic units, Keith? Neither. It is just a unit of length. This was like a string. How much string? A straight line. I tried to. Sorry. I shouldn't have done that, but I thought I was. It would just be 30 inches. Now, sometimes they give you something a little bit more difficult, ladies and gentlemen. Hooray, 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 right? And it looks like a step or something like this. And they might tell you this is 10, and this is 14, and this is 6, and maybe this is 7. If you're the little ant, or whatever that's walking around this little shape, I'm looking for my perimeter, and I need to know how far I have to walk. Do I panic because I'm not given 2 of these things? Yes, I can add 10 plus 14 plus 7, but what about this and what about that? Math. Do not panic. So did anybody got a helpful hint for me here? Riley?
You have to first for the small one going down, you can see that the perimeter or the length going up is 10, and on the other side it's 7, so you can subtract 10 from 7, and that gives you how long the one is.
Yeah, and Riley's got it. You have to assume that everything's right angles here because it is. Well, we'll say. You need to understand this. This 10 is the same length as if I had it. See, if I move this over here, okay, this 7 is that distance from here to here. So you know 7 plus some number has to equal the same as that 10. So you can just say, oh, 7 plus 3 is 10. So I use that for 3. And the same thing is true for this one that you don't know. You know the whole thing, if it went all the way across, would be 14. Okay? 6 plus what number is 14? That would have to be 8. And there is no easy formula for that. You just have to sit down and do them all. 10, 14, 7, 8, 3, 6. How many sides is that? I believe that's a 6-sided shape, is it not? Which is what? Was in the spring. Sorry. Adding all that up together, anybody in your head? Not that you should ever do in your head. 24 and 7, 31, 39, 42, 48. Whatever it is, inches. And again, that's in just straight like there. Now, does anybody, when you see a shape like this, there is actually a shortcut. Do anybody know? And I'll show you like, for example, if I gave you this, this is something you can ooh and wow your friends and countrymen with. If I asked you to give me the perimeter of that, you should already know what it is. You should already be able to tell me what the perimeter of that is. Here, let me make it bigger so you can see it. What, Jaden, shoot, is the perimeter?
60.
How, Jaden, did you know 60 and when I didn't give you any of those little itty-bitty line things? Cuz is absolutely right. Let's move on. See, children, what you must understand is this. Okay? You don't need to know, if I'm just talking about these, I don't need to know what each one is because I'm going to add them all together anyway. But I do know that when I put all 6 of them together, they add up to 20. You don't need to know what each one of them is because you're going to end up adding them all together anyway. So all of these lines put together are going to be 20. Same thing for this. All of these lines put together have to add up to this. You don't need to know what each one is. You just know that there's a 10 there. And then you add the 20 for this and the 10 for that. And that, I guess, is where Jane got his 60, whatever it is. Okay. Now please be forewarned though, that doesn't work on a shape that looks like this. You know, if this was, I don't know, 8 and this was 12, you could not do just 8 plus 8 and 12 plus 12. Because, why? Because you have these two lines that you're not accounting for. You've got 8 plus 8, 12 plus these 3 give you 12, but you still have this. This only really works when it's a step thing and there's no like dents or indentations. If there's an indentation, you have to figure out those things there. Everybody happy with that? Sure? Now, blank